How's it going, everyone? My name is Chris, and welcome back to the F124 VCARB career for today's Mexico City Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the last episode, we went to our second home race at COTA, and at the time I didn't know it before I went in, but it was a sprint race weekend. The sprint didn't qualify too well. Then again, it was only the short qualifying because for sprint race weekends, short qualifying, that's all it is. But we were able to make our way comfortably up to P7 until I started making mistakes and ended up hurting my wrist quite a bit, which is one of the main reasons why it's taken me a while to make another F1 video. But yeah, happened twice, and then a third time had happened as well, courtesy of Fernando Alonso, him blowing up and couldn't dodge it in time, or I thought I was going to be able to dodge it, and I did. However, it came at the expense of my wrist. We still managed to cross our finish line, P6, still some good points. And then on race day, Ricciardo started ahead of us, and the main goal was to pretty much have him immediately go to the bottom and try to get as many positions as he could. And then we were just going to drag him through the field like we did back in Austria and not pull a Belgium, where all we did the whole time was just bump draft him. And it worked. There was even a point where Stroll was slow, and I was trying to have Ricciardo pass him because Ricciardo was behind me, and he ended up getting trapped behind Stroll, which is not what I wanted. The Alpine passed us, but then on the pit stop, I managed to hold up the Alpine while Ricciardo got out ahead of us, and we kind of just rode around there for a little bit. I was hoping we could catch Albon, but we didn't. Fought off Alonso pretty dirty, in my opinion, on the last lap. And we fought off Hamilton as well. And yeah, whilst Lando Norris went on to win for the first time since Britain, we went on to finish P8. But in the end, Ricciardo got P7. So he's doing good once again. The only problem is that the points finishes just aren't consistent with him. And the past 5 races, Albon has scored a point in all 5. So yeah, we kind of need to get on that. And especially if I want him to beat Stroll, he's got to beat Albon first before he can even beat Stroll. So that's definitely going to take some time to get him to that point. However, I think we can do it. I think it's possible. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. But coming out of COTA, Max Verstappen still leads to top the championship by 41 points ahead of us in P2. Leclerc in third, he has closed the gap on us. Lando in fourth, he's also closed the gap on us, but almost out of contention. Both of them are. We're still kind of in contention. However, with only 5 races remaining, time's kind of running out. You got Fernando Alonso in P5, Carlos Sainz in 6th, Hamilton 7th, Russell in 8th, Piastri in 9th, and Sergio Perez in P10. And then Alonso in 11th, Albon in 12th, Ricciardo in 13th, Ocon 14th, Gasly 15th, Bottas 16th, Kevin Magnussen 17th, and it is still Nico Hülkenberg, Zhou Guanyu, and Logan Sargent without a single point scored with 5 races remaining. Then over on the constructors side, Red Bull still lead by 43 ahead of Ferrari in P2. McLaren in third, ourselves in fourth. We are 46 points back from McLaren and only 2 points ahead of Mercedes in P5. And then you got the Aston Martins in P6. And then Williams in 7th, Alpine in 8th, Kick Sauber in 9th, and the Haas team in 10th. So it's getting pretty hectic in the constructors side. And I said it before and I'll say it again. If we're going to somehow beat Mercedes and manage to beat McLaren, I kind of need Ricciardo to play his part and help us out a little bit, because I can't do it by myself. I'm just gonna be honest and say that with you guys right now. I can't do it myself, and I kind of need Ricciardo to help me out as much as he can. So yeah, but then also at the end of the last episode, we also found out that we have regulation changes for the aerodynamics. It had been rumored for a while, and did come true. We do have 2 currently fitted, or 2 parts that are adapted for next season, which is the beam wing and the overwheel winglets. We should be able to get the rest of these in before the end of the season. That just kind of means the development on everything else, like chassis-wise and engine-wise, are going to have to suffer for the remainder of the season because it just doesn't seem like we're going to be able to get really anything else in, especially if we're focusing on getting those upgrades in before the season's over. So we'll definitely try to do the best we can. But it's a very short week heading to Mexico. So we'll go on ahead and advance through time, and hopefully that MGUH comes in, which it does. And the oil pressure pump
all the new
does
parts
also
have been
come
fabricated,
in.
And we're going to have them with us
and
for the next
so
Grand
now,
Prix.
we are on pace with Ferrari. We pulled away from Williams. We've also pulled away from Alpine and Haas and Saubers. Yeah, I think that engine bumped us to second best. Yeah, bumped us to second best. We're tied with Mercedes, so we're getting pretty close there. Getting pretty fucking close. Then we have the 30th of November for the next part that comes in. I forgot. 30th of November. That's after Vegas, which is a while for this to come in. Actually, no, never mind. 30th of October. Not November, October. After Mexico. Before Sao Paulo. Or at least that's what it says. So, yeah. Now I think it's just time to head to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez circuit in Mexico. So this should be a lot of fun. We're nearing the end of season 1 finally. Sorry it's taken this long to do it. My apologies. But trust me, hopefully we can get like 2 seasons in before the next F1 game comes out. I gotta get more consistent with F1. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm bad at it. I'll get consistent eventually. But yeah, and another thing too. Sorry that sorry to toy you guys with the new series that I have planned, but seems like a lot of you guys are interested, and I'm pretty happy about that. So I didn't think anybody would be, but we'll just kind of have to see when the main event happens with that brand new series, because I want it to be good. I just don't know if it will be, but we're playing F1. We're gonna get season 1 done. I'm calling in right now. We're gonna get it done in the next like 5 days. Trust me, it's gonna happen. Let's hop on the race, but I'll hop on the race weekend to practice into qualifying. I'm gonna have you guys in the race.
Back in the 60s, Mexico City would host the season-ending race, a party of motor racing. Well, we might not host the finale now, but Mexico hosts a party nonetheless. So welcome to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the Mexico City Grand Prix. We're a long way above sea level here in Mexico today, which could pose some cooling issues for the cars as they make their way around this 2.6-mile lap. 17 corners with top speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and watch out for potential overtaking into turns 1 and 4. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Smith lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Norris, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Ocon, Albon, Bottas, Magnussen, Gasly, Verstappen, Joe, Sargent, Hulkenberg, Hamilton, and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today. Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yeah, they have, and it's, rule number 1, beat your teammate. They're the one that share the same equipment as you, and yes, the cars can vary and set up from race to race and depending on who has which style, but essentially they're your barometer, the yardstick. If you can beat them, that's the first job you have to do, and it looks like it's going their way, doesn't it? And they need to carry on this momentum, this energy through the rest of the season.
All right, rolling off P1. Let me tell you, qualifying was something else, because it was probably one of the most intense qualifying sessions that I think I've had in a minute. And there's a big reason behind it. So In Q1, pretty much just kind of seeing what we can do in our first, flying lap. And when I found out I purple sector 1, I kind of felt like I can carry this through the rest of the lap, and I ended up doing that when it came to sector 2. And by the time I hit that start finish line on my one and only lap in Q1, I saw that I was first. So that was a pretty big shocker to me. But an even bigger shock was seeing Ricciardo up in 9th at the end of Q1. And I was thinking to myself, if this was the end, or if this was back to the short qualifying format, 100% that's where he would have started in P9. Until he had grid penalties. So, yeah. But then come Q2, pretty much same old as Q1. Unfortunately, I had to watch at the leaderboards as my teammate Ricciardo fell down the order. And yeah, we just put on another excellent lap and got first again. And the shocker to me was that in Q2, at least, was that Stroll made it out of Q2 and into Q3. So yeah, that Aston was pretty fast. And then going into Q3, I didn't do a dud lap or anything. I just wanted to do one flying lap because I felt like that's really all I needed. And when I simulated every other driver going out, I realized that Max Verstappen had put down a lap time of a 1:13.8. And to be quite honest with you, I kind of took that personally. Because in Q1, I got into the 113s. In Q2, I only hit a 114.0, but that's also because I messed up quite a bit. But after a mistake coming out of the first chicane, I was just fast. I was rocketing. The clouds appeared. The cloud gods opened, and yeah, it didn't stop me from putting on, in my opinion, one of my best laps of all time. In Q3, in my opinion, I think that my Q3 lap in here in Mexico is probably one of my best one-lappers, even with the heavens opening up, because we came out of that final corner and we snatched pole by less than 0.05 of a second over Max. Yeah, it was crazy when I first saw it and just how close the gap was between myself and him. To be quite fair with you, I wouldn't have minded if he was ahead of us, because Max, in all honesty, has the better car, funnily enough, in this game this year. So it wouldn't have changed anything, because Max has always been better than us, it seems. But yeah, we barely edged him out, which is the crazy part. But now heading into today's race, Max is now farther down the order than I thought, and so is Ricciardo. But Ricciardo's starting last, so if we start up at the front, Ricciardo starts at the back. Does it sound like a certain kind of race that this used to happen? Good, because this used to happen before. I think earlier in the season. I think it was in Singapore as well. I could be wrong, though. But, yeah, so we're just going to have to see how today goes. But we'll take a look at the race strategy today. Most likely to be a one-stopper from mediums to hards. And I guess my personalized is worse, so that's not good. Pretty much the main goal is to try to save tires, or save our tires for that matter. And yeah, just kind of see how it all pans out. I don't know how we'll do around, or how the AI will be around here. I just know that we are fast as shit, and we might pull away depending on if we can get it right in every single corner. So yeah, but let's go on ahead and jump into this race and let us see what we can do. Let's go.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
So the only Merc that's around me right now is Russell, because Hamilton is all the way at the back of the pack, or back of the field with my teammates, so we are only needed to deal with one Mercedes, but we still are dealing with both the McLarens up here as well.
Conditions look stable at the moment, no rain currently expected.
We'll just kind of see how it all favors for us, but yeah, I'm Really looking forward to this one. I think we have really good pace in this car, and in all honesty, we could close the gap on Verstappen in the championship. However, I really don't think we could take it to him come Abu Dhabi. The fact that we're even in this position in the first place is astonishing to me. But I think Max, like I said before, is just going to do far better than me. So, and if he does, to each their own. We'll try again next season. You know, it's no big deal. We don't always need to win the championship in the first season. It's just back in F1 23, it was a big deal because did not expect that to happen. Well, alrighty then. We just kind of jumped pretty much everybody, and Russell pretty much got the worst end of the stick out of that one, because he just lost 2 positions to Charles and Perez. Well, I'll be damned.
Okay, DRS will be enabled
Nice.
this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Well, we're well over a second ahead of Charles, so I don't think we're going to need to worry about that anytime soon. And Perez, funnily enough, still doing very, very well in our career mode versus what he was doing in real life. Oh, man.
Good job. That was the
Nice.
fastest lap of the race so far.
You'll probably go way faster than that, but the benchmark that I'm putting down of a 1:16.1 is a pretty damn good lap, especially for this car. I'm just gonna say this to everybody right now. Lance Stroll's P5. Imagine him getting on the podium in this race. I'd probably laugh my ass off if he did. Because Stroll has underperformed in that fucking Aston compared to his teammate. Maybe now it's a wake-up call for Stroll. I don't fucking know. Who knows? We're just continuing to pull away from Charles and Perez behind. I mean, god dang. Yeah, never mind. He got passed by Norris. Oh, goofballs. Fucking Stroll. Remember when I was in a rivalry with him at the beginning of the year because he just kept fucking hitting me? Those were the times. Now I'm up here and he's still back there. Oh, how the turntables. Damn. Lined up with a 1:16.009.
Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so
Shit.
far.
Norris hitting us with a 1:16.009, the fastest lap. Jesus Christ. I mean, I think I could top that. I just need to, you know, pretty much lay down some really fast fucking laps.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 17.0 seconds.
Be 17 seconds ahead of last. Jesus Christ.
Okay, mate. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this.
Give a lap time of a 1:19.526. Okay. Harris just grabbed P2 for off of Leclerc. And Russell and Leclerc going at it. They're about to bring Norris into the fight because of how hard they're fighting each other. Which is just going to allow Perez to drive away from him. We still might be able to stay ahead of Perez, though, which is the crazy thing.
Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate.
Kind of fucked it up at some point, or in that last sector, but so I managed to put down a 116.9, so I'll take it. Yeah, because those guys have been fighting each other so hard, Perez is now well over a second ahead of Russell, Leclerc, and Norris. I'm still somehow finding ways to pull away from Perez. Just gained like half a tenth in Sector 1 alone. Damn, that fight for third is getting real fucking intense. Because now Norris is now in third. Craziness here in fucking Mexico, god dang. Funny thing is, we're still pulling away. And they're fighting. Fighting it out, baby. Norris will still come out on top of that. Fucking Leclerc and Russell just can't get away from each other.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
The mediums are slowly going away. It's mainly just the rears, though, that are being lit up like a motherfucker. So I'm kind of worried about the right sides a lot. And then we're also 10 seconds ahead of Perez now, so... And our first stint, all this a major success, and we're not even done with it. We still got like a lap and a half left to go until we pit, but 10 seconds ahead of Perez, fucking hell.
Okay, mate, we need to save up some ERS, so let's focus on charging it up, please.
Well, since I don't really use it at any other point in the race, this will be pretty fucking easy to get to 54. And so we'll be pitting this time, and I know I'm using my ERS. That's also just to pull away a little bit more over Perez behind. And Perez and Norris, they are going at it. That McLaren is fast. So really pay attention to him when we get down to it. I definitely want to pit before anything crazy. Before anything crazy happens. There we go. I was trying to finish what I was saying, but I need to go through that fucking corner.
Remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Alright.
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
Well, we at least hit the target before we came to pit road, so I'll take it. And now we'll just pit and see what happens. Norris does come in with us. Perez stays out. Okay, I guess we had a problem on one of the tires. I don't know which one. Leclerc also came in, Alonso came in.
I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put that behind us and get back into this race. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Yeah, we should still be fine. We'll barely come out ahead of Gasly. And in all honesty,
some information on Perez. They've got some kind of mechanical problem.
Oh, and he's currently leading right now. And he was fighting Norris for P2 honors, so now all that's been flipped on its head. Of course, it had to be at his home race, right? Kind of see how this lap goes on these set.
You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
There's no one ahead of me. The next closest is Sainz, and he's only 8 seconds ahead. What the fuck you mean in front of me? Or directly in front of me? No one's there. So pretty much the rest of the top 5 are pitting. And I think Gasly's going to come in this time, I believe. Yeah, so we'll resume the lead. Stroll shockingly had the lead. Frame that and put it on the wall because
you're running low on ERS. Reminder,
ain't gonna be like that for long.
With ERS modes in the MFD.
Yeah, Ricciardo finally came in, so there you go.
Ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge. Gap to your teammate behind, 11.7 seconds.
So let me just remind everybody again. Stroll's P4. Jesus Christ, dude. What is happening in this fucking race? Stroll's just like showing up at like odd ass times. First he was P5 in like the beginning of the race, and then as this pit stop cycles through, he's fucking P4. What in the fuck is going on? Yeah, Ricciardo definitely ain't beating him if this is the kind of results that he's gonna be getting for the remainder of the season. Like Jesus Christ. Damn,
that was
115s.
the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
We got into the 115s. 115.996. That was a killer lap, too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to top that, but sure as shit try. I just know I have more life in these hards, so yeah. I'm also running lower and lower on fuel. Hopefully, I think I still might be able to make it to the end, in all honesty. I should be fine. Especially if Leclerc and Norris just keep fighting, and if they bring the Astons in, it'll be even better. If Stroll manages to finish on the podium in this race, VCARB may as well just get rid of fucking Ricciardo at that rate. I'm just saying that right now. If he can't even beat or get close to Stroll on the fucking drivers, then Stroll being on the podium just means Ricciardo's gone. I'm just saying that right now. I love Ricciardo to death.
Just so you know,
Jesus.
we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems.
Again, I still find it funny that we have millions of dollars to invest in that shit. We still have that fucking problem. Where the sensors are just reading 0. Maybe we need to invest in new sensors. Oh my fucking god. You know they're not gonna fix them though. We already know this. They're cutting corners just like EA does. Oh, fuck yeah.
Here's some information on Hulkenberg. Okay, they're out of this race.
Well, fuck yeah to the fastest lap, but rip to Hulkenberg. Oh, man, is Hulkenberg ever going to score a point this season? The same thing with Zhou. Like, are either of them going to score a point?
Yellow flag.
They enough up here. Oh, shit.
Okay, be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
There he is. Surprised it's on a safety car. I think if he's parked a little bit closer to the track, it might end up being one, but yeah, I'm not too sure. Or I am sure, but yeah. That's unfortunate, though. Rip to Hulkenberg, but we're still flying. Going up on 14 laps to go. Alright, I think it's time to do a lap with Chris in Mexico. this, ladies and gentlemen, has been a lap with Chris around Mexico. 15 seconds ahead of Lando. Just thought I'd mention that.
Okay, mate, we're currently burning through fuel a bit quicker than we'd like, so let's try and make it last for now, please.
I knew the fuel thing was gonna pop up at some random ass point. Stroll's P3. All hell's breaking loose. Fucking Charles just lost P3 and P4 to the Astons and is currently fighting Russell again. Oh my god, dude. Also just burning through so much fuel that I'm just not able to save any. They want me to keep it above 11.30. I mean, I'm just burning it on the straight. I guess having 4 fucking laps worth of fuel in my car, they were trying to tell me something. But I'm just burning too much of it. Probably needed like an extra lap or two. An extra lap or an extra lap and a half. God dang. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to keep it above 11.30. It's slowly going down. I'm still able to keep my 16-second gap over to Norris, but it doesn't really mean anything when you're about to fucking run out of fuel. You know, I'm in the red. There's like really nothing I could do. I'm not the best at saving fuel in F1. And in all honesty, I might just try to keep fucking doing what I've been doing and just fucking push as hard as I can, gain more time on Lando behind. Because I'm not gonna hit the 11.30 objective like they want me to. It's gonna fail the minute I leave this SS section. I'm just saying that now.
Okay,
yep.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but not to worry. There's a long way to go in this race, so let's focus.
Yeah, I'm just gonna push like fucking crazy for these last 8 laps. Maybe I'll get out to a 20-second advantage over Lando ahead. Lando behind, but I don't fucking know at this rate. I'm just gonna go. That's all I can do. I can just go. I'll deal with the consequences later.
Okay, we've got 7 laps worth of fuel remaining.
We have 6 to go. I'm almost at 0.25 laps short with fuel. I'm almost 1/4 of a lap short from making it to the checker flag. I pulled it to 18 seconds on Lando. Now, y'all might be thinking, well, Chris, you could probably just chill right here, but I'm gonna keep going until this thing starts fucking sputtering. And by that point, I'll have a comfortable enough lead to where I don't have to worry about anything. In all honesty, I can have this lead by the end of the race and sputter around like right here or down that second DRS straight, and I won't have to worry about a damn thing. All I would have to do is just get it across that line. Across that start-finish line. Or rather, the finish line. We're now past 1/4 of a lap. We're on course to be half a lap. With 4 to go. 5 to go, sorry, it's 5 to go. Alright, 3 laps to go, and I'm well over 20 seconds ahead of Lando, and I'm almost half a lap short. I'm just itching ever so closer to it. But this is about the point where I'm actually satisfied if I run out, because won't need to worry about much.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
And we're half a lap short now. We just hit it. We're coming to 2 to go. We'll be fine though. We're not like, we don't have anybody right up our rear end to hound at us. We just have ourselves, all this track in front of us.
Information on Ocon.
Okay, Ocon's out.
It looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car.
Well, there's a second DNF from the Alpine. Probably just a regular old mechanical failure on his behalf. He stopped up there. Hot spot to be.
Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
Well, we got through that all safe and sound. Russell
Green
just
flag.
passed Stroll for P4, so Stroll ain't getting anywhere near that fucking podium, I guess. Alright, here we go, final lap.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
I'm not gonna have enough fuel to make it around the rest of this race at full speed. So at some point, I am gonna run out and I am gonna sputter. When that'll happen is probably gonna be the halfway point, which is probably gonna be in like the Estes section or something like that. Nope, right here actually. Just hit low fuel mode, and there it goes. You wanna know something? Because I got this massive ass gap. I'm fine. I'm fine being in low fuel mode at this rate. Fucking Russell got around Alonso for P3, so there you have it. We're still going, boys. We got 20 seconds to Lando. We good. Well, we're gonna take a dominant ass race win. And we're gonna go on ahead and we're gonna win the Mexico City Grand Prix, baby. Let's fucking go, baby.
Yes, 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 guys, yes!
Woo.
Come on, boys!
Whew.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just
Ran out of
fantastic.
fuel and everything,
Amazing.
but
You deserved
first
that
fastest
race win.
lap
Well done,
win,
mate.
just like in Singapore, baby. Lando driver of the day. He deserves it. He did a fantastic job today. GG's to Lando. P2 again. He's good. He's getting
The thin
consistent.
air makes this event a brutal one for these Formula One cars, but this team have done a fantastic job to make it to the checkered flag and take a well-earned victory today.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
As we await the winners to take their positions on the podium, one thing is clear today. RB have really shown their prowess on the track. This is a team that isn't afraid to take risks, whether that's on the circuit or in the new talents they hire. Today, those risks certainly paid off.
Well, what an absolute amazing display for us and the team. We put on one hell of a race. One hell of a race. I couldn't have asked for any better. And yeah, just even with running out of fuel, it didn't matter because we were still able to come across the start finish line and take the dub. So we did it. I'll take it. But let's go through the finishing results. We win the race. Lando Norris P2. Congrats to Lando on a P2. Congrats to Russell on the P3. That Merc definitely deserved it. Alonso in P4. Stroll P5. So good result for him. But Ricciardo, the chances of Ricciardo beating him getting slimmer, which is a bit sad to say. Then Charles in 6th, Sainz in 7th, Piastri 8th, Perez in 9th, and Max Verstappen at 10th. So we gained 25 points on Max coming out of today. So that is around 16 points separating myself and Max to top the championship, if my math is correct. Then you got Albon 11th, Hamilton 12th, Bottas in 13th, Ricciardo got up to 14th, so good job to him. Gasly 15th, Magnussen 16th, Sargent 17th, and Zhou Guanyu in 18th. And then it's Esteban Ocon 19th and Nico Hülkenberg in 20th. The only 2 DNFs in this race. So yeah, it was pretty boring until those 2 DNFs started popping up and whatnot. But checking out the standings, and yeah, I was right. So Max Verstappen still leads the championship by now only 16 points ahead of us in P2. And they got Charles in P3, 62 back, Lando in P4, 98 back. He's mathematically out, I believe. No, he's still in, actually. He's still in. From 4th on up, or from 1st down to 4th, still in contention. From 5th on down, they're out. But Lando, Fernando Alonso P5, George Russell in P6, Sainz in 7th, Hamilton 8th, Piastri in 9th, and Sergio Perez in 10th. And then Stroll 11th, Albon 12th, Ricciardo in 13th still, Ocon 14th, Gasly 15th, Bottas 16th, Magnussen 17th, and still Hülkenberg, Zhou, and Sargent are the only 3 without a point scored. And then constructors, Red Bull have now had their lead shrunk to only 32 ahead of Ferrari in P2. Then you got the McLaren boys in 3rd, only 32 points ahead of us in P4. We extend ahead of Mercedes in P5. So we still technically have a shot to beat Mercedes come season's end. Aston P6, Williams in 7th, Alpine 8th, Kick Sauber in 9th, and the Haas team in 10th. So yeah, but I think if the Mercs continue to have issues, we could definitely beat them. And if McLaren continue to have races where they don't score as many points as they used to, then we'll definitely beat them. But McLaren is back to winning ways and finishing consistently on the podium, with Lando winning last time out and finishing on 2nd here. So we might not be able to beat them, but a P4, in all honesty, I would take it. I would definitely take a P4 any day of the week. But yeah, so that is how it all shapes up. Now we're heading to the final 4 races of the season. 2 sprints, 2 regular races. Brazil, Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi. That's it. And then season 1's finally done. Finally. Oh, there's another ratings rivalry. This time with Perez. We're both, so he's at 86 RTG and I'm at 85. And one of us has to get to an RTG rating of 88 and we'll win. Kind of shocking how I'm in a ratings rivalry with Perez of all people. And he's in the main Red Bull team, and he still has yet to win in the main Red Bull. Holy fuck. Ratings: 88 racecraft, 85 awareness, 86 pace, and close to 85 focus. And we're almost at 86 RTG. So if everything goes right next time out in Sao Paulo, we should be fine, all things considered, to get to 86 RTG and probably even get to 74 experience and 85 focus. I think in all honesty, the focus part might come in qualifying soon, or sooner rather than later. And somehow we lost 2% Actually, we didn't even lose 2%. Where were we at before? Were we at 58? Or were we at 50 something else? I thought for some reason I was at 60, but I'm not. But yeah, so our focus is definitely higher than Ricciardo's. It's still a shock to me that we haven't hit that 3rd R&D secret upgrade yet, but we're also not quite there to hit that point. And then specialist, manufacturer, new perk for manufacturer. All right. Power unit, still not even level 2. I just now realized, but the rest are like level 2, level 3. What's the new perk I unlocked from? Failure chance of all upgrades reduced by 30%. Where have you been all season? Why haven't I had this perk all season? Holy shit. Ricciardo would be scoring points consistently. Holy shit. If like everything was dumbed down by 30%, Jesus Christ. Ugh. Teammates. And we made it back home, all safe and sound. Going off our 5th win of the season.
It seems as if you have a new rival. This is the perfect opportunity to show the world why you belong in this sport, and to show me why you belong amongst my very exclusive clientele. That's a joke. I love working with you.
I've been hearing that the entire time since this game came out last year. It doesn't get any better. Messages, so yeah, there's that rivalry thing. Or step it up, a new rival. Driver market rumors. Hello, Christopher. As always, the paddock rumor mill has been churning, and it seems like a silly season could be upon us. I've heard whispers that multiple teams are looking at making roster changes. This might be down to contracts, but we have heard Oracle Red Bull Racing has been struggling with their targets this season. We'll keep our ears to the ground and let you know more when we know. That's a bit of a shock because I never thought Red Bull would have issues with their own targets. I think they're doing pretty fucking well, just minus Perez's bit. I mean, they're still leading the constructors and Max is still leading the drivers, but shit. That's actually quite new. I never thought I would have any email about driver market rumors. It's actually pretty nice. But we do have 389 resource points. Unfortunately, I can't review my contract just to see anything, but yeah, whatever. Oh, Ricciardo's looking at helping out on the aerodynamic side of things. Oh, he did. So he protected the redesigned brake duct, and he got the rear wing upper flap too. GG's Ricciardo. Now we literally only have just 4 more to deal with. And to be quite honest with you, I think I might max or get all the rear downforce ones. So we'll do the Venturi tunnels as well, or we'll go on ahead and do the Venturi tunnels, get that adapted for next season. And that leaves us with 3, which is the wheel rim covers, the secondary wing flaps, and the front wing end plates, to help us out a little bit more. So that should work out in some way. I don't have any more resource points to really do anything else, so just kind of looking to see what I might be able to get. Ricciardo's been going fucking crazy on durability, literally to the point where he needs like 2 more fucking upgrades for durability and we're good. We're also the best in durability. That's all thanks to Ricciardo. If you want to know where all of Ricciardo's resource points have gone, it's durability. Where have all my resource points gone? Everywhere else. Ricciardo, I love you. But god dang it. So yeah, so we literally have 7 weeks remaining. However, we should be able to get quite a bit of it done, though. I still think that we'll also have another 3-week period before the end of the season. So we'll definitely get more weekly resources. I keep saying weekly resources and running costs, but we're not playing my team because running costs don't exist for us. The weekly resources, if we get those, then we should be able to just adapt the rest of the parts for next season. So yeah, it should be very, very interesting for season 2, for when I decide to do that at some point, which might be sometime down the road. I don't know, we'll have to see. But yeah, so that'll do it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification down below for some more. Next race is the Sao Paulo Grand Prix in Brazil. Done good in Brazil in the past, but looking at our track record, and out of the past 5 races, we won 3 of them. We're doing pretty fucking good for a sister team. I'm just saying that right now. But yeah, this championship fight's gonna get tighter. and only 16 points separate myself and Max. I'm not really looking to win the Drivers' Championship. I'm just trying to win Constructors, or, you know, get my goal of Constructors of at least being best of the midfield, which is the top 4, pretty much. If I can hit that, we're there. We just need to end the season like that. It's kind of hard to really say that Mercedes is a midfield team, because they're also like a top team, so anywhere in the top 5 matters, but still trying to go for top 4. But yeah, so appreciate y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. I appreciate everyone. I love y'all, and goodbye.